as you. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, man. She's a real rock star.
Crazy impressive.
Yeah, but you
Crazy
had another
impressive.
full-time job, dude.
Yeah, that I did. That I did. But still, like that's crazy impressive.
Well, kind of had a bald, ginger, bearded Yoda.
But you did so like we have like on my team, we have like seasoned people that do like crazy amount of transactions a year, and you beat them out.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Like I'm impressed. That's all I'm saying. Like impressed.
That's
Let me give you one sentence to make all of this make sense. Follow the recipe, eat the cake.
Yeah.
If you don't follow the recipe, can't help you.
Don't threaten Christina with a good time.
Yes,
yeah,
somebody
like your
did.
cake recipe.
Flourless, dairyless,
It's not flourless,
tasteless
just
cake.
unbleached almond flour. Listen, Fabby, you don't turn your nose up, okay? I've got multi-face screen on, okay?
My
I
facial
see it
expressions
all.
made it through the camera. I'm sorry. Hey, I have some of that in my coffee every day. So I'm
Ooh.
with you, sister.
Unbleached almond flour in your coffee? That's fucking weird.
Almond milk.
That's not what she said. She said unbleached almond flour.
I know, but it's almond.
All right. Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Let's share some wins for the heck of it, right? Because this is the last day of March. This is the last day of quarter one. This is the last Purple Shirt Tuesday of this month.
Sad.
I got a 20 item repair request from the buyers and I did it and I just called them back and I said we're not doing any of them. And the agent said, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they accepted it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why
He
even
said,
bother to send 20 if you're gonna just roll over?
I think it was like the conversation started with like him knowing like, yeah, I know. A lot of those things were ridiculous. And so I said, okay, we're not
So
doing
you were
it.
like, so you didn't do your job to coach your client that we shouldn't ask for this nonsense. So I did it for you.
Yeah. He just said if you guys could take care of professional cleaning. My seller is a professional cleaner. So
Done.
What makes
Wow,
you a
that's wild.
cleaner? Getting paid to clean?
yeah, I could do it.
Therefore, my kids are also cleaners of professions. They've been paid to clean. They're not good, but they've been paid.
Yeah, that's a win. I think.
Yeah, it is.
That is a win. Other wins, celebrations, things of dang proudness.
That's just the end of the first quarter. I've done more transactions in this first quarter than I did all of last year.
Proud.
Nice. Job.
Actually, technically speaking, I have either doubled or tripled it.
Follow the recipe, eat the cake.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
As we like to say in the business, heck yeah. You guys are not on my level this morning. I need you to be on my level. Come on now, wake up. Let's go.
I wrangled 3 dogs this morning, one of which was in a stroller, and I didn't kill anyone. So that's a win.
A dog in a stroller, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's when you've got the desire but not the stamina.
I want to go do things and be places, but I'm tired.
I think I can vouch for what Eric did. Same for me. I did more than I did last year in this first quarter as well.
Well, what
So,
about you, Audra? What do you attest it to?
um, 2 sales last month. No, this past quarter, and they were nice size. And I still have one in, listed, still active. And the other is I have a coming soon, two coming soons. So for April. So I mean, I'm very happy at.
I said the wrong word. I said a test. I meant a tribute. Are you doing anything differently?
Oh yeah, yeah. Quarterly calls, and I got my effortless agent out there working for me. Um, I did try this lead. It's called Lead Links. Yeah, I'm trying it out and seeing how it's working. They gave me a client yesterday, and I went out there. The guy had dementia, so it was crazy. But I'm just checking it out and seeing how that's going to, seeing how that's going to work, if it's going to work. But yeah, I'm happy with the how things are going.
That's awesome, Audra.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Everybody here.
No,
Good
you
crew.
all.
No, you.
No,
We're not gonna start that right now.
I had a lot of fun with the gala we had on Saturday.
It was such a good time. Friday?
Yeah, it was
Or
Friday.
did you do it again on Saturday?
Yeah.
She's like, I had so much fun. I did it again.
Yeah, I stayed out there on Saturday too. Yeah, me and my husband, we had a good time.
You guys look so good, dressed up. Everybody was so awesome.
Yeah, you too, Christina.
It was so
You and
fun.
you and Nicole. Uh-huh. You guys are awesome.
For those who weren't there, Nicole and I dressed up as I don't know, what would you say other than dudes?
lady gangsters.
Lady
Yeah.
gangsters, that's what we were.
All right.
Mhm.
Took too long to come up with that, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, other wins. I just love this morning. I hear a lot of things this morning that just sing to coaching works.
Yep.
You guys are in an environment of people that are being productive and being successful and being active. It is not a place to feel as an outsider. This is a place to feel encouraged, included, and to ride with the rest of the pack, if you will, the horses. What do you call a pack of horses? I don't know. The stampede,
And Stampede.
right? Because if you're a slow horse and there's a stampede, you're going to keep up with the rest of them. They're going to push you along, right?
Mhm.
And the fastest horses dictate the pack because you don't want to fall behind. So you're going to push yourself to do more. My biggest fear of any opportunity that we have in this business, in this team, in this environment, in this tribe, is that you feel like you don't belong because you're not winning at the same level as someone else might. You're all at different places in your business. I don't care if you started at the same time. I don't care if you've been in the business the same amount of time. You're in different waters. What I want you to see is I want you to look across the road at someone else in their own pond and see that's possible. I want to do it. Not, oh man, I'll never be able to get where they're at. I want you to see that this is possible. This is reality. This is life. These are things that we can do. All it is confirmation bias. I want you to know it's possible, then go out and do it. We all know the story of the 4-minute mile. People said it wasn't possible. No one has a 4-minute mile. And then someone did it. And then now a lot of people do it. Why is that? Because somebody proved it was possible. And those people that were watching didn't think, oh, he's just better than me. I'll never be able to run that fast. They saw it as if he can do it, I can do it. And that's what I want here. I want all of you to hear me. I don't care if you're driving to work, putting on your eyebrows, or putting makeup on your pigs. Doesn't matter to me. I want you to listen when I say we talk about wins. These are not wins to make you feel small. These are wins to let you know that wins are possible. Because sometimes when you're in the middle of a storm, you can't see possible. All you can see is the struggle in front of you. So let these be shining beacons of hope and saying, this is possible. And through the recipe that we have given you, the success that you want is only on the other side of that lake. So lean into each other, celebrate each other's victories, knowing that these are the same people that will push you to the top of your mountain. They say that as you climb the mountain, the crowds wane. Is it easy work to hike up a mountain? No. It's not because there's less places to stand. It's because there's less people willing to do the work. But if you were to say, Dan, I want to climb this mountain, you've got me and 21 other people pushing you up that hill. Sometimes we're already at the top of the mountain. We'll throw a rope down and help you climb up. Other times we're standing on another peak and we can see things you can't. But if you're not going to lean in, you're not going to be a part of it, you're going to miss out on the opportunities. So celebrate each other. Eric, thank you for just starting that energy out, celebrating someone else. That is an attitude of gratitude. And Christina, that was the weakest hand heart I've ever seen. She gave me like a hand blob, not a hand heart.
Listen, I'll just go like this then.
It's because her eyebrows aren't on yet.
Yo, bro, those are on.
Check
Listen,
the brownage, dude. They're there.
You think the camera would be on if I didn't have my brows on? Come on now.
Yeah, fair.
I heard this and I'll always remember it. Successful people collaborate, not compete. Are there petty squabbles? Of course. There's always a competition. There's always a measuring tape out. But successful people collaborate, not compete. Hate never comes from above. Remember that too. I wish I could remember the whole saying. It's as if people aren't talking about you, you're not important enough. You're not relevant. If people aren't doubting you, you're not doing things that scare them. Some of us listen to other people too much. Be selective who you listen to. If you wouldn't take advice from them, why are you taking criticism? Now, I hope you all would take advice from me because as a position of authority in this company, as well as an authority in this business, I would hope you would see that when I say something, it's for your best interest. And sometimes the people you need to stop listening to are reflections. Because nobody on this call is going to be harder on you than the reflection in the mirror. Stop listening to them. Lean in on the people that are winning. Lean on the people that are celebrating you. Go put yourself in bigger rooms. Make yourself feel like a small fish. Because that's where you grow. Because either you learn to swim faster or you get eaten. One of the scariest things I ever did was put myself in the limelight and say, okay, yeah, I'll let my entire life be on display. Walk in my footsteps or walk in my shadow. So that's my little bit for you this morning. Share the wins, celebrate, be a part of something bigger. That's culture. I don't care what color your eyebrows are. I still love you. I want to see you be successful.
It's taupe.
Taupe.
So to add to what you're saying, Dan, I just wanted to celebrate and thank Christina for launching the open house Monday. session that you did yesterday because it
Yeah.
was really valuable, and it's definitely an attestation to collaborating and not competing. I mean, most of us on there were new, and to pull us along, that's really kind of you to take your time to do that.
Well, I will offer one correction and thank you, but I wasn't pulling you guys along. You guys actively showed up. There was like dozens of other people that got the invite to join the call, and 4 of you were present. So it's what they say, top 20%, right?
Right. I appreciate you though. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. So I wasn't on a Zoom by myself. And Annie in person.
Yeah, we go, Annie.
Carrying the whole team with getting dressed in real people clothes,
Bonus
and I
points,
was
to Annie.
running in workout clothes. Ugh.
I'm going to do. I want to do a workshop around transaction desk. Get you
Yeah.
guys familiar with that.
When are we rolling that out, Dan?
I have no idea, but I figured
Okay.
it might as well start getting used to it now. Because if
Yeah.
that's what we're going to go to, we're going to start training on it. I want to start creating some content material around it. How does Friday look for you guys?
Is this a group thing or just an Arizonia thing or?
I mean, if you want to learn how to use transaction desk, there's still going to be documents in your transaction desk. I know KW is moving towards transaction desk.
Yeah. What do you use right now, Fabi?
Dalu?
Is this like like TC? I'm sorry, I don't know what transaction
Like,
desk.
oh,
do you
like
do that?
DocuSign.
Oh, yeah. DocuSign. Yes, I'll go to the class.
Okay, so let's do this. Transactions on Friday at 10. Does that work for you?
Don't you have a contracts class?
It's Wednesday.
Oh,
Wednesday.
sounds good.
This week, I don't know what this week's about. I don't teach this week. I teach next week on advertising guidelines.
yeah, because I had tactical contracts class with Dan Caldwell. Is that not a thing anymore on Friday?
Hasn't been in like a year.
Hey, look at that.
Wednesday's meetings.
Get that off.
What time was that?
10:30.
Okay, well,
Dan, is there any way you can record it? Because I'll be at the dentist at 9 for a couple hours. Yeah. Final work though.
yes, actually, that was my whole intention, is to record it so we had something we can share back out.
Okay. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Is to work through it together and kind of go over. This will be really good for new agents that haven't written a contract yet, because I'm going to go in depth on a contract and like what to look for, why you're putting the information in, where to get the information from. But also for those of you who are not in transaction desk, it'll be a really good opportunity to learn and see and be a part of it. So how about 10 o'clock on Friday?
Sounds good.
Yes.
It will be the exact same link that we go on this call with. Okay.
Okay.
Unless Jake kicks us out of that meeting, but I don't think we'll have that problem. But we'll do that. I'll put an invite together. I'll send it out for Friday. Transaction desk workshop. All right. Very good. All right. More business to talk about. I think we're good. If you want to be in person or you want to be on Zoom, let me know. Because I will plan to do it all on Zoom, because that way you'll have your own computers and you do it. But also, I think having some in-person stuff is never a bad idea. So I can go over things one-on-one. But it will be one of those things you're going to want to have your laptop out. So Annie raised her hand for in-person, so we'll see. Let's run it on Zoom and see what happens, Annie, because you might want to just sit here in the office with me. You can. So, but if there's multiple people who want to sit in the office with me, I'll move to a conference room.
Thank you, Dan.
So I want to celebrate Jess Liphart. She stopped by my office yesterday just to check in. Little impromptu check-in and closing. So guys, I love that. I have so many people pop in my office just for bullshit and broker complaining. to have someone pop in to give me good news, I love that.
Thank you.
See,
Oh
this is
my God, my dog.
Your dogs, we can't hear them.
No, I just muted it. Anytime someone else like, it's because Jess got on and was like, "Thank you," and my dogs were like, "A new voice." They had to like go crazy.
It's Meaty's fault.
It's always Meaty's fault.
Because he can't hear.
Too much fat in his ears.
The funny thing is, he probably knows my voice by now.
Well, that's why they're not barking when you talk.
So, all right. Other things for Tuesday. What was one thing that happened this quarter, the last 3 months, that has forever changed how you do business?
The two rough transactions.
Tell me more.
Well, now I know how they operate. So the next transaction I do with them, I'm gonna have a better understanding of how they like to do things.
Is Maggie on this morning? No, she's not. Maggie has the opposite interaction, not with that person, but she had an interaction with a fantastic agent.
Oh, really? But kind of just being more diligent. I know, like, when we start writing contracts and we start just kind of getting into the motion, we get busy. We just kind of like autopilot through them. So not doing and knowing what I'm doing, so that when mess ups do happen, I'm able to catch them as they happen and not down the road.
People show you who they are. Believe them. Right? Let's say, are you going to get an offer from that individual? How would you present that to your seller? Yeah, right? You've now created a stigmatization on your business by the way you interacted with one transaction. It is so important how you handle business, right? What else? What else have we learned in the last quarter that's forever changed how we do business?
AI has been a big thing for me. I mean, like total game changer.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Getting real with the money that's going in and getting out of my business.
You've really been focused on your finances lately too, and being a lot more critical of each spend.
Literally.
Literally.
Alright.
I think for me, Dan, just listening to when you say like for my listing appointments, just as soon as I get there, I'm talking as if it's already my listing to the client, and I feel like that's really worked a lot. And then for buyers, just asking questions and shutting up. That is seemed to be the best method for everything. Because they get to talking and oversharing and just telling you everything. So
I love that. Oversharing. You create an uncomfortable silence. People fill it with words.
yep.
That was a lesson I learned yesterday.
Yeah.
With a client or what?
No, I'm trying to get better at, with the buyer's side of things. So we have one of our guys down here on our team. His name is Chad. We sat in his office for about an hour, 2 hours, and did some scripting. And he kind of changed the way I think about doing things, as opposed to, information is power. The more you know, the better decision you can make. But that's also like the military side of me that I have to like turn off is information dump.
Yeah. I think it's really easy to make the right decision when you have all the answers.
Yeah.
It's just helping people get more of the answers so they feel comfortable making a decision. Because after all, people like to buy and sell. People just hate to do what?
Make
Make the wrong
mistakes.
decision.
Yeah, make the wrong decision, make mistakes. That's why we get multiple bids. That's why we do reviews. That's why we ask questions. That's why we research, because we want certainty that we're making a good decision. And how do you get more information? You ask questions. Then you shut up and listen. All right, someone new. What is something you learned in the last quarter?
For me, I'm learning that to charge my worth charge, not feeling guilty.
Oh, amen.
Right.
Say that again, sister. Please say that louder for the people in the back.
Charging what I feel I'm worth and not feeling guilty because it's more than what I normally would charge. And, just letting people know, this is what I charge, and, trying to put that on them and helping them to see all that I do. Just like that one client, that one buyer, no, he was a seller, and I was helping him do the transaction. He didn't have anybody to work for him, and he didn't know what he was doing. So he didn't know how to do it, and I had to help him to make the transaction work.
And he paid you for it.
And yeah, he told me he'll give me a certain amount. I say, yeah, all that I'm doing, that's like a penny, So he upped it up. But also transaction fees. I'm starting to charge because you do all this work and nothing to show for it after that if the deal falls through. So that's another thing I'm working on too.
Know your value, compensate yourself accordingly, and don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
A couple people perked up their ears on the call. I saw their Scooby-Doos go up. Right. Know your value and don't feel bad charging it.
Be unapologetic.
Unapologetic. I like that. Guys, this is mostly a free environment, this morning call. There are some of you that are in coaching. There's some of you that aren't. There's some of you on my team. There's some that you aren't. There are some of you that are in this office and some of you that aren't. But the most expensive currency possible is your time. So I demand for you to be a part of my world, your time. So that you show up and you participate. But you do the same thing. Charge what you're worth. So that you can then succeed at whatever professional abilities you want to do in life. I love that, Audra. It's a great lesson. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. Hear me when I say this. Profit is not a bad word. I don't understand why so many people out there are talking about, oh, you got ripped off, blah, blah, blah. No, you didn't. You paid a fair price. They made profit. It's called business. If Josh buys a gold watch for $10,000 and sells it for $12,000, he didn't rip off the next person. He sold it for what it was worth because that's what someone was willing to pay. If a seller buys a house, puts a bunch of money into it and flips it and sells it for a profit, that's not ripping anybody off. That's profit. Profit's not a bad word. Profit is quite possibly the most important thing in business. Because without it, you're not going to be in business very long. Businesses don't fail because people lack clients. Businesses fail because people lack the ability to sell their product in quantities high enough to keep doing it. And if you always discount yourself and give it away, my dad used to date the owner of 1% Realty. Has anyone ever heard of 1% Realty?
Nope.
Probably because it went out of business. Because that model doesn't work.
No.
Sounds great, but there's a lot of cost and expense into what we do, isn't there?
Yep.
You're allowed to make profit. So it's a big lesson for you, Audra. I love that. I hope the rest of you pick up on it. And if you need a gold watch, reach out to Josh. He's got one for sale for $12,000. Use code Dan, and it'll cost you $12,500. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, shares you guys have for the last quarter? Because it's the last time we're going to see us this quarter. Because tomorrow we're entering Q2.
Q2 is going to be a quarter.
And then Q2, we get to start saying some corporate jargon. All right, going once, going twice.